know if it works too. Okay, so we are live. I think.
On your YouTube channel?
Yeah, on the YouTube channel. I think. We'll see.
We're live on Les's channel right now. It says to me. So.
Okay. Make sure you turn it off though, so it doesn't echo there, Lee.
What do you want me to turn off?
If you have our channel on in the background or my channel on in the background.
I don't have it on. In the background.
Okay, I think we're live, but I don't see the viewer. Okay, yeah, the viewer counter is on. Okay, we got comments coming in. Perfect. So we got Reyes the Entrepreneur here with some free 99 knowledge post-election, kind of post-election because, well, we don't really know the results. So
hey, I got my money on Kanye West.
You and 57,000 others, hey? No.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Are those the numbers? 57,000?
My wife said that this morning, so I'm not sure if that's correct. My sources may be outdated.
That's still better than nothing, you know? I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Kanye versus Trump. Okay, so actually, before we get into some questions, I was at like 980 subs. And this is how Reyes and I were first kind of introduced. And suddenly on my like latest video, I get all these comments like saying, I'm here because of Reyes. I'm here. And then I check my sub count. It like goes from 980 to basically just over 1,000. It's because of Reyes. I guess he did like an Instagram story. I don't know what you did there, Reyes, but you gave me that boost. And that was awesome. Like we haven't talked. We didn't talk before. Mm-hmm. Suddenly I get this little boost. And I was like, I love this guy. And the crazy part is I was already watching your videos. So it was like I was watching your videos and suddenly you gave me this like random boost on my channel. And so that's awesome. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the support for smaller channels like ours. Lee has a channel over there. I have a channel. So I appreciate that support.
Hey, man, no problem, man. And I tried. There was just something about your content that really caught my attention. And I'm like, let me show this guy some love.
Yes.
That's exactly what I thought when I saw Les's channel too. I like basically my channel just is a copy of his because it's got that charisma.
You also do bounce houses and not bounce houses, tables, chairs, and photo booths. I got a big photo booth thing. So
yeah, right. So both in the event business space, Lee and I both have event rental businesses. He does like more heavy on the photo booth side. I do more heavy on the tent side, and we're around 400 miles apart. So that's a little bit of background about us, and that's why your channel is relevant, we think, because you know you do photo booth not tours, but drive-alongs with a photo booth guy. You do a drive-along with a bounce house guy. So I think it's definitely relevant to have you on this channel, on this live stream, and talk a little bit about kind of your experiences there.
Hey, and I bought one bounce house before, and I tried doing the business.
I
wasn't ready.
Yeah, well, what other things have you got into? So tell us a little bit about yourself, Reyes, if that's all right.
So, yeah, of course, man. So me, I love trying new things. I love learning new things, and I love growing things. So that's why I'm always into different types of businesses, like the vending machines, eBay, T-shirts, a bounce house business, and a few other things. I just finished my stocks series where I invested in Robinhood, and that's pretty much it, man. I like trying so many different things and spreading free 99 knowledge.
Right. So, was there a moment, you know, because we've seen you grow, which by the way, I think that's what makes your channel interesting. You know, you grew from pretty much your first video was you in the car saying you're homeless. Then you were collecting cans, then you were doing candy machines, then you were doing vending machines. You know, you really had that journey, which I think that's why part of the reason why you're so interesting to watch, because we've seen you grow so much. Was there like a moment where you thought that you've made it, or that you knew that you're gonna make it?
Yeah, when I made enough money to quit my job at AM PM. That was when I'm like, all right, I'm going somewhere.
Right. What were you doing at AM PM?
Cashier, selling slushies. That was it.
Right, right. We don't have that chain up here in Canada, so that's why I asked.
Do you have 7-Elevens?
We do have 7-Elevens.
Well, hey, hey, are you from Canada too?
Yeah, we're about 4 hours apart. We're both provinces next to each other. So
what's something that Canada has that
Ketchup chips.
Americans, huh?
ketchup chips.
Chips?
Chips.
No, ketchup.
Okay, no.
Ketchup chips. Ketchup chips.
What is that? Like a convenience store?
No, okay, sorry. What is something that Canada has that the United States doesn't have? Convenience store like Max. Do you have Max in the States?
Nah.
No.
You have Circle K?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's funny because Circle K is replacing our Max. It used to be Max. Now it's slowly being replaced by Circle K.
All right. That's what's up.
But like Canada and the States, even though we seem like kind of far apart, like we're pretty much your little brother, We're pretty much hanging on to whatever's going on. So yeah.
All right, man. All right. Hey, have you guys ever came to America?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What do you need? Like a passport? Or they don't even check that?
They did, yeah. A passport.
Yeah, I think if you have a Canadian passport, you're good to go. Like, I don't think you need a visa or anything. Yeah, from what I understand.
All right, because one of my series, the Ride Along series, I want to take it around the world, and maybe Canada, man, maybe Canada.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Look, there's an events guy. You should come up to us, by the way, like 100%, for obvious reasons. But you're in California, right?
California, man.
Right. It must be tough with like the taxes and all that stuff. Hey, like,
you know what, man? We just get used to it.
Yeah.
That's it. We pay a lot on gas. Real estate is really expensive over here. We have to pay for bags at the store.
We do too.
Oh, okay.
Reyes, speaking of gas, you're always like, what about the gas? That's such a great comment, that you do in your videos. It really makes people think, right? When you're doing these business videos and like what about the gas? What are some of your other little taglines that you have in your videos? There's
well, it's mainly that. What about the gas? And then also, but Reyes, because whenever you try helping somebody, they always hit you up with excuses. But Reyes, I don't have money. But Reyes, this and that. And free 99 knowledge. Those are the main ones that really stick.
Right, and the fact that you have those taglines, that's really smart. Like for the YouTube channel, it really like and you don't have too many. Some people have too much. You have like 3 or 4.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I've tried a lot. Those are the only ones that really have stuck.
Okay, that's good. That's interesting. That shows that you've tried and failed, but continued with something that you found some success with. So you're doing all these ride-alongs. Which ones are your favorites so far?
You know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried different businesses, but ultimately, what makes it a good experience is the person I'm doing the ride along with. So like the car detailing ones, I love those guys. They were great, and just stuff like that. The people is what really makes the ride-alongs fun for me. And there's been some where I'm just waiting to stop recording and go home, but it's part of the job, man. It's part of the job.
Right. So. Yeah, here's another comment there with another.
That's one of my new ones. Hey, I just let you guys know. That one. I gave you guys a shout out on Instagram, so hopefully we'll get some more followers over here.
Oh, awesome, man! Yeah, I appreciate that. That's awesome. I love the fact that you spread the love. Like that's like
I try, man. I try, and the reason I do it is because, believe it or not, I don't consider myself a big channel because there's YouTubers who have millions of subscribers. So me, I'm still growing. But I remember when I was small, and here's the oh man, I'm not trying to be negative, but there's a lot of big YouTubers who don't like working with smaller YouTubers just because they don't see a benefit in it. But me, I don't care if they have. Honestly, I choose the YouTubers who have less subscribers just because I get it. I enjoy it more. That's really it for me.
Right, right. Actually, that's a really good point. And we won't forget that. We won't forget.
Hey, you make sure to check your mail because I'm gonna send you an invoice, all right?
Okay, so like you have these ride-alongs, and some people are fun. But let me ask you this: which ride-alongs do you think are the most profitable? I know that's kind of a cold-hearted thing to say, like, people don't matter. But let's thought, like, at the end of the day, entrepreneurs in your name, business. That's kind of the umbrella category of our channels. Which ones do you think have the most potential or are the most profitable? Like, holy man, this guy's making money,
So there's two that really stand out. The first one is the trucking business. I did right along with a guy who has his own truck and he hauls tomatoes, walnuts. They make money, but it's like a 14, 16-hour day shift and you're driving all day. But he made about 30,000, of course, before fees and taxes.
Right.
And he was taking about 19,000 home a month. But that's 7 days a week, waking up at 2 a.m, going home at like 7 or 8 in the afternoon.
Right.
So yeah. And then the second one is we'll see about this one, but it's stocks, trading options.
Okay.
There was this guy I did a ride along with. Dang, I shouldn't have said nothing because he showed me his bank account. I've never seen that before.
That's a real thing. When people we're like, I got so much money. Well, let me see that bank account. Just log in on your phone. Let me see it.
See, me, I'm always hesitant when someone tells me I'm making this much. I'll be like, all right, cool. But when they show me the check stubs or the bank accounts, I'll be like, all right, you know what you're talking about.
Right. That's a good point. And that's the thing. It's good to be hesitant, Like, I actually come from a science background before I get onto business. And like us scientists, we're freaking hesitant about everything, which in the long run, it's good. We're still open. Like, we'll still be like, okay, show me, let's talk about it. But we're not going to be like, no, you're wrong. But we're definitely in our back of our minds. We're like, okay, I need some time. I need some evidence.
So Reyes, which of these things that you've done in some of your past videos, like vending and t-shirts and all that, is there anything that you're still doing behind the scenes that's still going on for you?
Nah, man. Honestly, I let a lot of those things go just because it was time for me to move on personally. Even though my audience like that content, once I'm not feeling something, I'm not feeling it. Because here's the thing. I didn't become an entrepreneur to do something I didn't enjoy. And luckily now I've got my audience used to expecting different types of hustles from me. But nah, man, I'm just right now at this moment, only YouTube, some affiliate marketing with my t-shirt equipment, affiliates. But hopefully next year I want to start something big. But right now for YouTube, just making videos, because right now is the busy season for YouTube. This is when we get the most views, the most ad revenue, the most subscribers until Christmas. So I'm trying to take advantage of that.
Okay, yeah. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's good to focus. And if you're trying new things, I think that's good. I would add to that, or I would say as a side note, as I found that sometimes you start a business, you get a lot of hype with yourself. You're like, this is so exciting. But then it goes down, right? You have that, you just get too excited over it. And then you get that down and emotionally you're like, oh man, I don't know if I like this anymore. But I think there's also a second hump after. And so I would say for me is I try to stick it, and I think you do that too, but I try to stick with it for at least a year and a bit. So I can get over a few humps, and sometimes it bounces back and I feel good about it. I started renting out portable signs. Most counties and places and states and cities don't allow that. But in my town up in Alberta, Calgary, Canada, you can have portable signs. and just like on the near the roads, you know, and people rent basically the frame, and then you put a coroplast thing in there. And you know, I really got a hard down with that. Like, I didn't feel good about it. But recently, I'm up on. I got a few jobs. I'm up on the upswing. The sign design is better, and so I kind of bounced back. So I always say, you know, stick with it for a while. But I think you stuck with the vending machines for like quite a while.
Yeah, everything I've done is about a year. I stuck with it, just like you. I like. Here's the thing. I love figuring things out. So of course you go through the first headaches, the first struggles, and then I try to figure out how to overcome those. But at a certain point, I feel like, okay, the only way to grow is to really commit. And that's where I'm like, nah. You know what I mean though? Like you're growing it, but there comes a point where you're like, all right, I have to jump into this full time, put more money, put more work into it. And that's where I kind of stopped myself. Because at the end of the day, YouTube is my top priority.
Right. There's another channel called Valuetainment with Patrick. Yeah, you probably heard it. I don't know, a couple million. The guy's really good at organizing things and stuff. But he basically says, he's like, you know, if you commit fully, you're way more likely to succeed. But it's hard to do, and you better be sure you're enjoying that process before you fully commit. So I do respect kind of what you've done, and I actually respect that you're trying all these things, because then it makes your like your overall amount of knowledge on all these businesses. Like, you know it, you've tried them all. You're not just BSing. There's a lot of people that you talk to, and they're talking about bounce houses and this and that. And they're just completely like you can tell they're BSing. They've heard a little bit, they've read a book or two, but you've done it, and so you know exactly the pros, the cons, what the issues are. And so overall, you're going to be like eventually you're going to be like a really smart entrepreneur. You know.
Yeah.
He's already really smart. I mean, you break it down for people. I know me on my channel, I get probably an email once a week for my photo booth stuff. People saying, oh, you know, like things have changed. Thank you so much. I can't even imagine what it's like on your channel. You're inspiring people, Reyes. I watch your videos all the time, and you're a true inspiration. No regrets for you, I bet. Hey, like, it's just,
yeah, that's a good question, actually. Like, do you have any regrets or like things you wish you've done differently?
I don't. And don't get me wrong. I made a lot of mistakes. Things have gone wrong all the time. But I feel like everything happens for a reason. And there was a reason why it took me. Like, for example, I didn't figure out my passion, which was teaching, until I was 25. I wish I would have figured it out when I was 18. That way I could have been ahead of the game. But from 18 to 25, you know, I got everything out of my system. The partying, the drinking, the laziness. I went through those phases. And now it's like, once I found my passion and I was able to laser focus on whatever I wanted to do. And life got less complicated, because, for example, in the mornings right now, work about 5 p.m. my time, I go be with my family, with my girl, with the kids, and that's it, man. I love how simple my life is, but still making progress. But so no regrets.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. I don't think I have regrets either. I think like maybe like I used to I started smoking when I was in high school. No, I don't smoke anymore. I quit. But I was like, that's an example of a regret, you know. Like I probably could have not smoked cigarettes. But otherwise, like no real regrets. So
and how I look at it is that regrets, first of all, there's nothing you could do about it. You can't go back in time. Right. But secondly, take it as a learning lesson. Everything in life that happens, there's a lesson in there. You just gotta look for it.
Right. That's a really good point, actually. And that I've seen that before. Like, even if you're down, you know, you can use it as a stepping stone for getting and learning from it. Not everybody can. But if you can, then it was well worth the pain. At the end of the day, like, people can learn by example, or they can learn through failure, you know, or they can learn through like looking at someone else's failure, I suppose. But if you learn the hard way, then that's the best way, because even though it's tough to learn that way, like it really reinforces it in your like brain, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
I was gonna say something, Lee.
Reyes, do you have okay, so we know you're big on YouTube, and then we know you're on Instagram too. Do you have anything else that you're big and you're working on as well? Do you have a website that does a book or anything like that?
Nah, man. And the reason is because, first of all, I like having my life simple. I don't like doing too many things. I don't like stressing out, you know, and I've learned that I can't juggle multiple things at once. I have to focus on one thing. And here's another thing I learned. To be the best at whatever you want to do, you have to focus on that thing. And the best example I like giving people is like trying to start reading 10 different books. When are you going to finish one? When are you going to finish all of them? But instead of trying to read 10 different books, read one book. And until you finish that one book, start another one. And that's how I am. And right now, like I said, I have plans and I have ideas that I want to do starting 2021. But right now, what's in my plate is just focus on YouTube. But I am going to take some time off. Maybe just cut down the uploads next year, because I have a big project. I'm trying to go to the next level. And unfortunately, I don't think I could go to the next level with just making YouTube videos. I actually have to do something that people are going to be like, dang, I can't believe he did that. And that's my plan for 2021.
Okay. That's actually exciting. I'm excited for... Yeah, and that's kind of like, you know, this is going to be kind of my last question here. Is like, what is your, and you were kind of alluding to it, like, and you don't have to, you know, tell us like specifics here, but like, what is your goal? Like, it doesn't have to be like the lifetime goal. It could be maybe in like 5 years. Like, do you see yourself somewhere? Like, do you have like a goal for the future, like an end goal? You know, do you want to be just a filthy rich? You know?
So pretty much, man, my main goal is to build something that's gonna take care of me and my family, hopefully for generations. But my ultimate goal, just be so rich where I don't gotta do anything anymore. I don't gotta make no more videos. I don't gotta go to work every day, and then just enjoy life. That's my ultimate goal. But my next goal is I want to start $1 million company, and I'm gonna give myself 1 or 2 years to see if I could accomplish that. But of course, I'm a document. You know how I document everything. So I'm a document from January in a couple months, from idea to actually starting it, to actually growing it, and hopefully at the end, sell the company. And I want to document it, make a series out of it, and then hopefully gets picked up by a platform, Netflix, Hulu, whatever. And then maybe do a couple more of those where I start something. Because here's the thing. Okay, so to be successful, you have to do something that nobody else is doing. Because if you do what everybody else is doing, it doesn't make you different. But me, I've had some practice documenting growth on a business, but now I gotta take it to the next level. And that's my plan.
Right. Okay. Awesome. I'm actually really excited. I'm like, what is this? You know?
Yeah, there's like certain questions you just can't ask, but or are you just gonna reveal the big plan here?
No. I'll tell you what it is.
Oh, really?
Here's another thing. Another thing I found out is that someone could copy your idea, but they can't copy you. Like for example, my YouTube channel. Someone could start their own ride-alongs. Someone could start their own documentary about starting a t-shirt, copy me in every way, but they can't copy my personality. They can't copy my enthusiasm, my knowledge. So I'm very confident in what I do. And well, I'll let you guys know, I want to make a business where Someone who's having a bad day or they just need to talk to somebody could call somebody and hear them out. Kind of the best way I could describe it, it's kind of like a hotline. You know those hotlines they call and we charge you per minute? But instead of a hot girl on a girl on the other side, it's somebody who's willing to listen to your problems. So we, like me, for example, I've had stressful days, but being an entrepreneur, not a lot of people understand or care to understand what you're going through because they don't understand what an entrepreneur is.
Right.
So, and pretty much, I wish I could call somebody and say, hey, I'm having a horrible day. You know, Facebook just took down this and that. And they're listening. Because as I started getting older, I started to realize people need someone to talk to. But what are they gonna do? Call their friend that doesn't understand, their girlfriend that doesn't care, your family members that don't care. But that's the main idea. But I'm gonna start with single moms.
Okay.
Single moms are gonna be my main customers. Cause moms, my girl, they love venting. But you know, they vent to the wrong person. Then rumors start getting out, your secrets start getting out. And that's pretty much why I'm doing it, man. My girl, she loves to vent. When we first started a relationship, she will vent to the wrong people. She will vent our relationship problems to single people. And of course, single people, they don't understand or they don't care. And their solution, single people's solution to relationship problems is leave them. Exactly.
Right.
I wish my girl had someone to talk to where she could just vent whatever, just get it off her chest, but still come home and be satisfied.
Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's different, actually. That's not, for some reason I expected you to do something maybe that, like, one of the videos that you do with the ride along, that you would like kind of choose one of them, but that's completely different. So that's interesting.
You know, I think that's great because I'd really like to see how this plays out, because Les, we were just talking the other day, you know, like we're thankful that we have this YouTube community because, you know, us as business owners, like who are we supposed to complain to, and especially because we feel trapped because everyone else around you is kind of like your competition, or you know, it's really hard to vent. So I really get where you're coming from there, Reyes, and I'm blown away by that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to watch and see what comes of it. That's for sure.
But let me get some of your feedback real quick.
Okay.
What are some headaches or some difficulties, obstacles you feel I'm gonna go through, or some questions you have about that?
So you definitely need software, you know, like, are you going to do it like through the computer or like through the phone lines?
So I was thinking of an app.
Right. Okay.
This app is gonna ask you questions like, hey, how are you doing today? Or this and that. Do you need someone to talk to? You get what I'm saying? And then if you do need someone to talk to, they could click a button and boom, they call you. Of course, I'm gonna have different. I haven't came up with a name for them, but the listeners, you're gonna have your own dedicated listener. So every time you call, you put in this number, and you already know you're gonna talk to Macy 1411. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I kind of see the app is a strong thing. It's expensive to develop apps, you know. I'm sure you know that, but
I don't know that. Here's another thing about entrepreneurship, guys. Right. Everybody listening, you don't need to have everything figured out before you start. You just need to get started and hopefully grow and improvise as you get bigger. So I talked about the app, but I'm first gonna start with phone lines.
Okay,
that's it. You know, keep it simple, because here's the thing. I want to see if there's a natural market for this business. That's the very first thing. Before I get the apps, before I hire employees, it's just going to be me and my girl. And then I'm going to make a website, post on Facebook ads, Google ads, and see if we get anybody to call us. And I'm going to start cheap. I'm not going to start to make a profit right away. I'm only going to be charging about 25 cents a minute.
Right.
And see if we get anything. And
Okay.
if we don't get anything, I'm gonna keep trying. But after a couple months, if it's not working out, it's not working out.
Right. It's definitely important to test your market. Lee, you got to say something?
Well, I just see. I think the hardest obstacle that I see for that is knowing that you need to talk to someone, right? Like, when I reach out and talk to someone, like when me and Les talk about business, I didn't realize how much I needed to talk about it until I was actually talking about it to him, and then it's like you just start pouring it out, right? Is there a way that these people are going to get transferred into that, or is it just kind of like people are going to reach out in desperation, or
maybe like categories, like some sort of categories?
So I'm starting out with stay-at-home moms, single moms, because I feel females are the ones who really have a lot holding in and they need to vent. The entrepreneur thing, that's when I kind of told you guys that first, but it's honestly gonna be later when I'm ready to expand to different niches. So the first market is stay-at-home moms and single moms who just want someone to talk to.
Right.
And the reason why I picked them is because my girl, she's a stay-at-home mom and she needs friends. But of course, everybody has their own lives and she just needs someone to talk to. Honestly, man, believe it or not, I'm making this business for her. She's the main inspiration, but hey, I think there's something there. I'm gonna test it out. If it goes great, then I'm gonna start expanding to different niches. But
Okay.
and then pretty much the Facebook ad, simple. Hey, you're having a hard day. You want someone to talk to listen to your problems? Call us. First 10 minutes free, 25 cents after that. And
right.
see?
Right. Okay. In fact, I could probably ask you a million questions. Like, we don't have the time to get into it, but I could probably like privacy.
So I thought of that too.
Yeah.
So pretty much everything's gonna be confidential.
Right.
You're not gonna put in your name, your phone number. When you call, we're gonna have a software or third party calling from a different number. Like, I don't know if you guys ever use Uber Eats or DoorDash.
Yeah, of course.
And you message or call your driver, but that's not their number.
Right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So like that, they put in the code Macy 1411, and then it goes through a software that changes your number, and that's it. We don't get no information or nothing. Of course, there's a lot of people who can't afford 25 cents a minute. So we'll do like 10 cents a minute, but you have to agree to get ads. So that way we make some money on that end. And for the people who can't afford it, they still have someone to talk to.
Right. And the crazy thing is, this is a great time. Like, because like, obviously people can't connect physically. And, there's a lot of people like struggling right now just because of that fact. They don't have a way to get out all their feelings and emotions. So this is actually a really, really good time to like test the market and something, it can be popular right now because I bet you like 1 in 10 people could use this. If not everybody, but
it's going to gain momentum. I mean, now that you've explained it, I see it, right? The where you're going to start is going to be the introduction, and then as it will grow, it will snowball, and everyone will know where to look. And I think that's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a low budget therapist that doesn't judge you and just wants to hear your problems. Another thing is something I've been thinking about this for months, writing down my ideas. So that's why I kind of have a clear idea of what I want to do. But pretty much, and also before they even call, there's going to be something saying, hey, these are not professionals. These are not licensed therapists. Do not take their advice. Everything we say is confidential. It's stuff like, you get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. There is a way for there is a way for this to like, if you do it smart, then you kind of skip over the pitfalls, because there are some pitfalls, and by pitfalls I mean like there's a few businesses. There was one business recently that all the YouTubers were advertising. It was like a psychology thing where it's like
BetterHelp.
Yeah, that's what it was, and that was like it seemed cool, but then it ended up being like scam / so you definitely kind of want to make sure not to do what they did.
Well, actually, that's where I'm learning from, because they advertise it as therapists, as get help. Me, I'm not advertising it as that. It's just, hey, we just want to listen to your problems, vent. You know, and hey, maybe you guys could give me some feedback on the names real quick.
Yeah, like you're thinking of names. So what are your names? What are your names?
It's either My Vent or Venting 24/7. But I want to find a better one, man, but I just can't think of a name.
Okay. If anybody in the comments thinks of a name in the next couple minutes, let us know. And or if we think of one, we'll Instagram message you or something, okay?
or if anyone watches this afterwards, you know, on playback, then just put it in the comments, and hopefully Reyes will click back in and he'll choose yours, and you'll be able to give him some of that free 99.
Yeah, we're excited about that idea. So we're gonna end this pretty much now. And I actually noticed you just posted the video. So anybody watching in the future, check out Reyes' channel, Reyes the Entrepreneur. Pretty easy to remember. And you just put up a video about pallets. So I'm curious about that. There's a ton of pallets in this area, so I'm curious about.
There you go, bro. And they're free. They're cheap.
Yeah, they are. And actually, you can do some interesting things with pallets. So I'm looking forward to what's going on with that video. So guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy. Let's get some business done.
All right. Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Right.